I've already read it several times. No, I have to find Hatur. I wonder, what's the story behind this bricked up passage? Nicholas Handel. No food in there, just some tiny crumbs. Not sure about its usage. It simply looks like a hole. The clock is dead at the stroke of midnight. I see an executioner talking to small-sized men and women. I think they're about to be slaughtered. Pula seems to be a painting of the place. An old coastal town with a Roman Colosseum. A man standing at the entrance of the forest, weighing whether he should venture forth. Elderly women dancing with a tall, dark man around a bonfire. They seem to be happy. Several people are calling for help, drowning in the ocean. Angels look down on them from the safety of the sky, proud of themselves. Martin Zudervliet. Natalia Pietrzak. Timo. Renate Zimmermann. Victor the 152 Cat Compa. Patrick Paverick. Fran Merzel. Zazu. Peter Stiebel. Lake Kubilius. Michael Schminder. Jensen Cook. Ivan Goldin. Branko Merzel. Where is Mr. Wilde? I know. I can see that.
You can't. He finds you.
I saw the dark room, and the figures in there.
We call it the bust room.
Who are those people?
Not people, just sculptures made in their honor.
That's what I meant. Why did you decide to honor those people?
I decided nothing, sir. The owner did. Fran Merzel.
Who are they?
Fran, the previous owner who renovated the place. His son, Ranko, who served as fresh meat for the crows earlier today. Golding, the original owner of this building, who also designed and built it, and several former guests who had lost themselves in the maze outside.
Lost? They died in the maze?
A few of them are still alive, but lost mentally, for eternity.
How's that possible?
The maze is a dangerous place, sir. As old as this very building. No one alive or mentally stable knows what's really at its core. It was devised by Mr. Golden for reasons known only to Mr. Wilde.
He's been inside the maze. Mr. Wilde?
He was. In fact, only those who haven't been chosen were lost. If Mr. Wilde chooses you, you are safe to go. Otherwise, you venture into your doom.
Why would anyone want to go inside the maze?
There are stories going around. The townies, especially the elderly ones, say that Mr. Golden hid a treasure at its center. Some people come to Sveti Kotar only for the maze, and then they go inside without being chosen. Fools.
Someone could just force his way through the wall of shrubs, or take them down entirely.
The maze cannot be touched. It's forbidden to do so, and the shrubbery is deadly poisonous.
Who is Mr. Goldine?
The architect employed by the church in medieval times. He came to town with the Inquisition, designed and oversaw the construction of the castle, church, and court. He liked the place so much he decided to stay and built this lodge for himself. Lived with his cats until he vanished one day. Vanished forever.
What happened to him?
Disappeared. That's all I know. Mr. Wilde surely knows more, but he doesn't want to tell anyone.
That bricked up passage over there.
Yes?
What happened?
It was bricked up.
Why?
Oh, I'm not sure, sir. That was long before my time. I just heard stories.
Tell me more.
I can't. All I can say is there is another way to get inside that room.
Where? How do I find it?
I don't know, and if I did, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Apologies, sir.
Do you have a cat or a dog?
No, we don't.
Then why do you have a ball down there?
That belongs to the King in Yellow.
Do you want to tell me who that is?
No, sir, I can't tell you who he is. Mr. Wilde is the only one who can.
This King in Yellow, cat or dog, whatever it is, could be the key to find Mr. Wilde. And if I can get to him, I would be allowed access to Hatur's room. Luca, if you'll excuse me.
Certainly, sir.
I'm not allowed to go upstairs. Franco Merzel. Martin Zu. Natalia Piet. Tima. Ren. Victor the. Patrick. Fran Merzel. Zaze. Peter St. Lake. Michael Jensen. Ivan Goldine. Fran Merz. Branko Merzel.
Who keeps a dead tree? The Catechism says, after an angel decides to sin, he falls from heaven and becomes a demon. Hello? Graveyard silent. In the back room, I can see some sheet-covered furniture and a big candle on the floor. Nothing else. I have no faith in the outcome. That's a strange notion. I wasn't sure I heard a voice, but I did. Victoria is here. It's dark, and my eyes could be deceiving me, but that doesn't seem to be...
Who goes there? I'm Lucia, the owner of this house.
I apologize, miss. I'm Benedict. Victoria is my sister.
Who's Victoria?
Rough day. Sorry. I meant Petra. Petra is my sister.
I didn't know she had a brother, and that he was coming with her to Sveti Kotar.
Nobody knew. It was a last-minute decision.
So where is she now?
We're trying to find her.
We? Who is we? And are there more people I don't know about?
Her husband, Nikolai, came as well.
I was told she was to come alone on Friday, October 28th. Rented the house for 3 nights. Said she wants to give herself a gift for the soul. A strange woman, I tell you that. Something happened?
Nothing in particular. We woke up and she was gone.
She's probably sightseeing. One can easily get lost in the beauty of the place. Lose track of time.
What happened here?
I didn't want to yell at you, but since you're asking, you tell me. I almost fainted out of sorrow after opening the door. Look at my bust, reduced to pieces. Somebody has to pay for the damage. Animals.
You'll have to ask the warden to pay for that. We left the house untouched.
The warden? What warden? Dr. Hatur?
Yes, Dr. Hatur.
But I did nothing wrong. Why would he come to my house? Was he looking for me?
I don't know. He didn't tell us the reason and we couldn't argue. A detective was with him.
Maybe they saw my art as blasphemous and heretical. Maybe they'll take me into the asylum. That's why he destroyed the bust in the stoop. He was sending a message. I'm doomed!
He won't take further action.
What do you mean? He was here for me.
Why would he cause this damage without taking you in? It doesn't make sense.
You think?
This looks like he was just giving a warning. Maybe because of something else you did.
I don't know what I did, but I can live with a warning. I'll try to be more careful from now on. Thank you, my friend.
Weren't you supposed to welcome us last night?
I told your sister I'll leave the key at the neighbors, and that I'll pass by later, after the castle.
You were at the castle?
Sure.
Did you see me there?
I was there only for a brief time. Couldn't stand all those people. But how could I see you when everyone has to wear... Wait a minute. Did you go inside without a mask?
No, of course not. Was she here after you came by?
I didn't make it. This right here is me visiting after the castle. You are a strange person. No wonder you two are relatives. Why are you asking all these questions?
Because she stayed in the house and fell asleep, and when I came back I couldn't find her. I don't know her whereabouts since last night.
You know, if you don't trust her, you should just talk to her. But if you already did, then my only advice is to talk to Madame Vera, my neighbor. She may be old, but she never misses a thing. Always lurking from that window of hers.
I already tried, but she either wasn't in the house or just ignored me.
Because she doesn't like strangers. What would you do? You must introduce yourself to her. Say exactly who you are and why you are looking to talk to her. Tell the truth. I heard that she had some sort of visions of the life of Ivan Kotar, the patron saint of the town. It's what allowed her to sneak into other people's houses as a babysitter.
I'll try to talk to her.
And do not go knocking on the door. She hates that.
Have you had any strange dreams in this house?
Whenever I don't have guests, I sleep here. And guests are as rare as the sun in this town. My dreams are always great. Why?
It's just that both Nikolai and I had a rough night's sleep with harrowing dreams.
That must have been the demon of tiredness, not the house. You had a long drive yesterday.
We opened the balcony door and found a strange mass.
So it was you who broke the glass on the door?
No, I just opened it, I promise.
Maybe those bloody crows did it. Wouldn't be the first time. It started recently. They come to the balcony raking in mud, small twigs, and other crow filth. I tried to scare them off, but nothing is working. And they are very aggressive. I can't light a candle anymore. Whenever I do, they swarm outside and start scratching at the windows and door. The balcony is where they gather and ultimately die. It's like their graveyard or something. I can't explain it. If they don't back off soon, I'll have to start taking action. I don't want my guests to feel threatened.
Do you mind if I look around the house a bit?
Not at all. You're allowed to stay here for 2 more nights. Unless you want to pay to stay longer, of course.
That is something you should discuss with my sister. The blasphemous basin is destroyed. I approve of the act. I don't need it. This woman eerily reminds me of Victoria in her younger days, back when I could rely on her, instead of having to fear her. Hideous. It's full of dead crows. Dozens and dozens of them. For some reason, someone decided to wrap the carpet and put it here. A giant bowl made out of clay, filled with what seems to be some type of oil. It's a giant tree with dozens of corpses hanging from its branches, and skulls that feed its roots. This bookshelf was full of books before. A lot of them are missing now. We left it on the table, with its front side facing the wall. Now it's up again, looking at me with those mean eyes. It must have been the warden who did this. What use is there in throwing books on the floor? Everything is as we left it, but the crow's head is missing, and there's broken glass on the floor now. It's locked. I should wait here for now.
I'm not allowed. Luca.
Sir.
I can't. I must be just a boat, floating alone. Think clearer and harder. Do you have spare bait?
Why?
I need food for a pet. He is hiding, and I need to look.
You want to see the king in yellow?
How?
He's beautiful. That is why. Everyone wants to see the king in yellow.
What are you doing, kid? That must.
Take it. This will definitely help you. He loves my... Mother Evelina says I can't feel pain. But they don't seem to love it. Only the king in yellow.
Thank you, Anton. But don't do that anymore. It could be dangerous if it gets infected. The lake seems lifeless to me. Are you sure this is the right place to fish?
I know it is. Mother Evelina told me.
So your mother told you to come to this very pier at night to try to catch some fish? She must be an exemplary parent.
She is good to me. She loves me. She made this dress.
Why would she give you a dress with bells?
I can call for help when others are mean to me.
Others? Who are they?
My brothers.
Why do you let your brothers be mean? Fight for yourself.
I don't want to be mean towards strangers. Mother Evelina says it is impolite.
Your siblings can't be strangers to you. You live in this.
We live together, but they are still strangers. See, I think they know where their parents are. I don't.
Kid, are you alright?
No. I want to find my parents.
So, Evelina is not your mother?
She told me my mother and father are living here now. Somewhere inside Lake Harley. I'm trying to call them. I want to see them.
Take care.
Goodbye.
What would be the reason to try? Why?
Mr. Wilde has chosen you.
Where is he?
You called him. He answered. You can see him now.
This room is the same as before, except for this yellow cat that just showed up.
That is him. The king in yellow is Mr. Wilde. Mr. Wilde is the king in yellow.
Mr. Wilde is a cat?
Mr. Wilde is the name of his earthly being. The body has an essence, a soul. That soul is the king in yellow. You can think of yourself as a lucky man. He loves to eat human skin, but I think he chose you because of the circumstances.
What circumstances?
Strange is the night when dark arises on a strange night like this with a full moon. Stranger still is the lost man, lost in Carcassonne woods. Dr. Hatur sang today's circumstances in sorrow, but the king loves this song.
So what now?
Ask the king in yellow. I'm just his servant.
I have to talk to a cat. Is this man one of Hatur's patients on the loose? I would like your permission to go upstairs. I have to talk to Hatur.
The king says you are not allowed. You may, though, go to his room.
If I don't go upstairs, where can I find his room?
There is a passage leading to it. The king will not help you find it, but neither will he obstruct you.
What are you doing? What's going on?
I'm not allowed to see it. You are free to step inside, though beware, it is a one-way pass. Once you get in, there is no coming back. You will have to find another way out.
Excuse me. Lucas said it's not possible to come back. Am I really ready to go in? I'm going in. What is this place? It's like I entered into a hellish nightmare. And there's no going back now. Anton Fero Istarski. How is this possible? I remember this painting from the orphanage. My brothers and sisters from the orphanage. Horrible souls deserve a horrible fate. Kelly Sue Drayton. Seems highly unlikely. That is not a viable option. Keep thinking, Nikolai. Keep thinking. Seems... My father. He used to tell me I'm nothing but a sin, and called me God's degenerate. My mother, the only person who stood up for me. I must be losing my mind. Mother, is that really you? Why am I seeing you? The painting from the orphanage. How did it end up in this place? Lies. In the real painting, I was standing by your side, and there were no other children. Mother?
I was waiting for you.
Demonic slave! Where is she? Where's my mother? No! Ah!
If I didn't